The Bad Azz Music Syndicate. How did that happen? Explain that situation.
Man, Boo was in jail at the time, yeah. And he was calling home. I got a homeboy, his little cousin, yeah, G Money. He doing 30 right now, yeah. So Boo calling home. He looking around the city trying to see who was the hottest guys around the city at the time, yeah. And everybody here, like G was telling him that Lee Banks was the hottest one around the city right at that time, yeah. So it wasn't his first time hearing my name, so he was like, man, link me with him. Yeah, I lay around there and TQ had got at me first on Twitter and had said, we had linked up and shit, like had a little sit down or whatever. Went over. I linked up with Donkey after that. But when I finally talked to Boo, G had called me one day. I was like, man, hey, Boo won't holler at you. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking he bullshit, yeah. So, cause it was a little time after, you know. But I was like, man, y'all bullshitting, yeah. Hit me back, yeah. And I hung up the phone. Nigga hit me back like, say, man, I'm serious, man. Boo say he finna call you, yeah. I'm like, all right, bet, I'ma wait on it, yeah. So about 5 minutes passed, Boo called. At first I thought that was them playing, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, y'all nigga childish, yeah. Y'all playing too much. I hang up in Boo face, yeah. He called back, he like, man, I'm serious, man, it's Bad Azz. I'm like, damn. I came up listening to it, yeah. So, you know, they said I was kind of shocked that he hit me. Yeah. So he was like, man, I want to hear something. My cousin telling me that you raw, man. I want to hear something, yeah. I'm like, man, what you want to hear? He like, everything, anything, yeah. I just spit. Yeah, I started spitting for him. Whoever was in the background, I could hear them like, man, dude, cold, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm nervous, but at the same time, knowing like, shit, I didn't went with the move, yeah. So after that, he was like, man, who you fucking with? I wasn't fucking with nobody at the time. He was like, man, when I come home, I'm shy, you hear me? So when I come home, I want you to fuck with me, man. And ever since then, it just been, you know, that's what happened.
Now, it's one thing to, and you said you had grown up listening to him and was a fan of his music?
Yeah.
He's a legend in your city.
Right.
Baton Rouge. It's one thing for, you know, somebody to show interest, but then it's another thing to have like a chemistry, an organic chemistry, especially, you know, he's locked up, he's reaching out, but then when he comes home, you know, sometimes, and I've heard stories where people have an image of, you know, a rapper they looked up to or listened to, and when they actually got a chance to work with them, it wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. Maybe personalities clashed, or maybe they thought of the person as one way and it came across as another. How was it for you when you actually linked up finally, face to face, and was able to?
Man.
Was it an instant chemistry? Did you have? Was it
It
forced?
actually was. Like, you know, we linked up for the first time. That's when I recorded that Niggas in Trouble, yeah. On the Life After Death Row, when he first come home. Yeah, we linked up on that bit. I stepped on the track, yeah. So ever since then, it just been, you know, every time we link up on some shit, it just been raw, yeah. I mean, the vibe was good, you know. Everything was great, yeah.
Now, when he came home from his prison bid, it was a lot of publicity. A lot of his fans were waiting on it. Of course, there was some people that didn't agree with him coming home and that sort of thing too. But there was just a lot of stuff going on when he first stepped back onto the scene. When he actually came back home and touched down, how soon were you able to actually link up with him after he came back home?
Like ASAP, like in a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of people that was able to get in touch with him or even get around him, but you know, it was some ASAP shit, so that's how I knew it was real, yeah. He linked with me ASAP.
Now, I know you were nervous on the phone spitting to him. And some people, even if they are nervous, they might not admit something like that in an interview because of egos or, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But when you actually met him, was there nervousness or butterflies, or to, you know, was it awkward? Was it
wasn't really
exciting?
awkward, yeah, because I had already, like, seen him a whole bunch of times and shit, like in the hood and shit, like been around him already and shit, but I ain't never really, you know, I wasn't really jam with him, you hear me? So, you know, I just been in the same places as him sometimes, you know, and, oh, that's Boo over there, man, and, you know, salute, you hear me? But, you know, I don't know, I wasn't starstruck or nothing like that. I don't never get starstruck or nothing like that with artists and shit. Yeah, but it was just cool, yeah.
But this is a different time. It's one thing seeing him in the hood or something like that in the past, but because there was so much anticipation of him coming and what is he gonna sound like, and like you said, everybody wanted to see him, but only a select few people were allowed to see him initially.
Yeah.
So you had some sort of exclusivity to it.
Yeah.
So maybe that might have made things a little, I don't want to say nervous, but you know, it might have just made things different than the typical you.
It was just a different feeling, yeah. Like damn. Like that's crazy, yeah. I'm with the family and shit, yeah. Like on this family around with the family, yeah. Like
the kids and stuff.
Yeah, everybody, the whole
baby
family.
mamas.
You know, all he wanted was his family around at first.
His mom.
Yeah, and that was just like, you know, some new shit, yeah. So yeah.
When did the you have the bee around you with the crown, which is like part of his symbolism.
Yeah.
His logo. That sort of thing. When did you actually have that chaining day? When did you get that chain? Take us back to that moment.
Like getting the chain?
Yeah.
Period. Like I don't remember what exact day it was or nothing like that. But I just know we was in BR. Yeah, I mean, we had a show in BR. I think it probably was his first show in BR when he came home, if I ain't mistaken. I don't know. But we at the hotel, you're like, man. He hit me up for to meet him over there, you hear me? Like, come over here, man. I got some for you, you hear me? Come through. Like, yeah. I know the first time we had got the little Letterman jackets and shit, you hear me? I liked them bitches there too, you hear me? So when he got the chains, I had kind of already figured that it was gonna, you know, be some shit like that, but, you know, when a nigga put the chain on that bitch, you know, yeah.
What were you feeling? What was that like?
I don't know, like a part of something, you hear me? Like a team, you hear me? Like we had, I don't know, it was just like some strong shit that, you know, we were finna fuck up the game with it, you hear me? Yeah.
Being around Boosie, what's the biggest advice he's given you, or the most important thing you learned being around him at this point?
Man.
What's one thing that sticks out to you?
Go hard, you hear me? Like, it's gonna be motherfuckers that hate you to death. It's gonna be motherfuckers that like you. It's gonna be people that's faking around you, snakes, everything, you hear me? Stay focused, do you hear me? Remain humble, do your own thing, you hear me? Just do you, you know? They gonna either like you or hate you or whatever. Fuck it.